right, everybody. Welcome back to the Purple Podcast. This is your host, Austin. It is a Wednesday evening tonight. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're getting through the week all right. We're halfway through it. When you're listening, who knows? But at the moment in time, we're halfway through our week. We're doing all right. We caught ourselves a movie last night the way God intended. We got on out to the theaters. Or me and Mike caught it last night. Griffin had a different experience. He saw it a little earlier in the week. But how you doing, guys? How you doing, Griff?
Oh, I'm doing well. It kind of seems like my life has finally slowed down just a tiny bit. So, I feel like my head's a little bit more on straight, which is nice.
Give us some insight into that. What's been
going
on? How you been doing, G?
Oh, yeah, well, I
check on your brothers, as they say.
Oh, well, I moved into my new place, of course, 3 weeks ago at this point, and
Damn,
I'm finally down
weeks.
to... it's unbelievable, but all of my, it took me forever to get most things just placed. I still need to get pictures and everything hung up and kind of have not figured that out just yet, but everything else is good. The problem is I've been playing shows galore and practicing like crazy 4 times a week, 3 to 4 hours each go. It's been a lot. And then I'm working, of course, and we're doing this, we're doing a lot of stuff. So that's it. But man, I'll tell you, I got to see the movie Sunday, like you mentioned. I saw it by myself.
What movie, Griff?
In a big theater. F1 with Brad Pitt. That might be all you really need to say, if we're being honest. I mean,
I would disagree there, but yeah, I mean, he's the front man, but you can't neglect Javier. That guy's
that's fair. I mean, but Brad Pitt, man.
Yeah, he's not quite Brad Pitt, sure. I'll give you that.
Man, I had a wonderful experience, like you said, like God intended. Just in the theater, hanging out, reclined seat, chilling. You know, you're immersed in the experience. You got the point of view of the driver. I mean, God, man, just the adrenaline, the rush. I was feeling it. I texted you guys right after I got out.
Oh yeah, let us in on your theater experience. How'd that go?
Oh, it was awesome. I will, as you guys know, a lot of my friends will know, I'm not a popcorn guy anymore. I think that it's kind of just how I am. But man,
Austin, is that right? I mean, how can that be?
It's so wrong.
Griffin,
if I'd have had a big thing of popcorn, it'd have been a hell of a go. But the thing is, I went to
blasphemous, Mike.
I went to
sacrilegious. Lex Live in Lexington. It's a really cool spot to see a movie. They got really nice accommodations. Really comfortable. They got a restaurant in there. I think I ate beforehand, or maybe I didn't. I don't know what I did.
They got is that newish arcade place as well? Right near kind of.
It's not main event if you're talking about that, but it is an arcade. I think it's its own shebang, and it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
I think it's relatively new. I don't think it was there when I was in college at school in Lexington. It's kind of near Rupp. It's downtown, correct?
It's right by Rupp.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I know what you're talking about. That's newer.
It was a great experience for me, even by myself. So you guys got to tell me, what was your experience like going together?
Well, it was great, and I guess the people listening to this and or watching this will have seen a little vlog that me and Mike had. I got some nice clips, some funny ones of us just getting rolling it, and then our first little impressions as we were walking out the door. So, hey, just giving you a little look into our experience and when we were watching the movie. But I think it was a really good one. It was a really good experience. Cool. It just was so great to be back in the theater, and this movie is just what going to the movies is about in so many ways. It was just a blockbuster type film that, Brad Pitt, you want that guy, one of the biggest leading men in Hollywood, running action. Your heart gets rolling, or your heart gets bumping. Man, it was just a phenomenal experience for us. And it was, as I'm watching the movie, I'm thinking, man, this is why you go to the movies. This is why movies exist. It was just so great because, I'm not going to say and some people are critical of it in ways in that it is a very it follows the same beats that a lot of movies have had before. You know, you see the old man and the young guns. The guy who's kind of washed up, done his thing, you know, who ends up getting the girl too. There's a lot of those beats that you see, the old friend that just keeps coming back to the guy, loving him, even though he probably doesn't deserve another chance. There's a lot of similar and familiar beats from these movies, but it's so entertaining all the way through. When you look at the scenes in terms of like picking scenes, they were so fun, all of them. They were incredibly entertaining. One, I guess, maybe note about our theater experience, there was like an AC noise that was kind of going on above us, like the air conditioning unit that was not overly impeding, but if I had to be that asshole, that would be the one thing that was like, oh, you know, they probably should get that fixed.
That was the thing.
And also, this is a movie that would have been top tier in IMAX with the sound system just blasting your ass.
Yeah.
That would have been it. I think actually from like popular demand, this movie is going to be re-released in IMAX.
Oh.
Like coming up, I think like August 8th. So
God, they can't make enough money off this movie, man.
Well, they need to make some more money out of it because the budget for this one is rumored to be anywhere from $200 to $300 million. I know the people involved are like, oh, 300, that's wildly off, but 200 for sure. And if it's 200, I can see a world where it creeped up to, you know, nearing that 300 mark. But so far it has amassed $550 million or just about all around the world. So it is doing well, but it cost a lot to make it. And in watching the movie, you know exactly why. It cost a lot of money.
Let's hear your experience, Dad.
Yeah, go for it.
Griff, for once, I am right there with Austin. We're at Escape. We're leaned back in these comfortable chairs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Austin talked about the air conditioning. It was probably more of it was pouring down rain, too, if you remember. It was
at the beginning, yeah.
It came down a little bit. But, guys, this movie, oh, my God. We talk about old school. We talk about new school. This had it all. The soundtrack was just insane. Yeah. I mean, I'm bobbing my head to rap music, to Doja Cat, to we had Queen, we had Led Zeppelin, and I'm oh God, I think. And Austin reminded me of Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, there's a Chris Stapleton song in there,
guys. This was Brad Pitt, man. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever saw Thelma and Louise or The River Runs Through It. When Brad Pitt was just, I mean, let's face it, guys. You got to say it. The guy's a good-looking man.
Oh, he's a gorgeous man.
He is, as I'm watching, I go, God, he's a year older than me. And
he's older than you?
He's older
than
older.
Me.
God, you old bag of bones, Mike.
I know. I mean, this dusty-ass old man. And then you've got Brad Pitt on the stage. I'm like, oh, my God. Just like, what was it, Bernadette? JP's mom said in the movie, because he's making fun of.
Oh, that's a good looking man.
She goes, that's a good looking man. And Austin and I look at each other like, yeah, Brad Pitt is pulling this role off. I mean,
it's funny how like Brad Pitt being just so damn attractive leaks into his movies. It's like you have to address it in the movie. It just like, it almost in a way like breaks the third wall, you know, like the fourth wall. Because
that's a great point. No, I mean, I think for me, and oh my God, like
guys, it's charisma too. Now he's a nice looking man, but guys, Steve McQueen was a handsome fella. Okay. But Steve McQueen had it. He had it. And Brad Pitt, you know, as I said last night, I'm driving home and I'm, you know, just pumped up. And I went, Brad Pitt is back. And, you know, and I'm like, why am I saying that? He's always been there. But you know what? He just kicked ass in that role last night. It was so exciting for me. Yeah. You know, just, you know, one, I love cars. I'm not a big F1 guy, but you know, a lot of the names of the drivers, I didn't know the guys, but I will tell you this, watching those guys and being right in the cockpit when they're making those turns, this is one, I think, even if you did not like racing, you're going to enjoy this movie.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys, do you have like much insight or understanding of F1 as a sport?
Austin,
no.
All I know is from just being a kid and knowing that Ford got in it at one time, and Ferrari's it. We all know that it's Ferrari, it's Porsche, it's
Red Bull's
Maserati.
Been the team Verstappen, who they show. I think that's something that the movie, just a brilliant choice, is how they included the actual drivers, but they also didn't rely on them to have like speaking roles. It's just in the world. They just are existing in the world with them. It's in the same season, so it feels really authentic, but it's about this, Apex. It's about the Apex team. It's not, you don't have these guys who, I had my little Happy Gilmore talk where it's like you have people who aren't acting in these movies, and it can really pull you out of it. That's not the case with this movie. They don't have these guys going on there delivering lines, really. They just have them around and about, and I think that was just a brilliant choice. One thing we have to note as well with just how the movie got made, Lewis Hamilton got called in to be a producer slash like advisor on the film. Lewis Hamilton being what you would probably call the GOAT of F1. He'll probably get surpassed by Verstappen at some point, but Lewis Hamilton was the guy. So you could tell that there was a deep need and desire to authentically replicate what the sport is. And the fucking, I've seen a lot of assholes out there who are like, oh, if you like F1, if you really know F1, this movie's terrible because this isn't realistic at all. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, just some guys being nerd asses. Those fucking cocksuckers. Sorry, I really let it rip on that one. I'm trying to cut back on the cussing. Stay out of Mike's bad side.
Yeah, I'm watching my dad right now. He's over there.
No, Griffin, I agree with him. It's this. It did not feel like what's the one, Thunder with Tom Cruise.
Oh, Thunder Run is it Thunder Drive or what?
What is that, Griffin? The one with Tom Cruise.
I just heard about.
It's the NASCAR movie, and guys, something that they're filming all Rusty Wallace and all the drivers and. This didn't feel like it. You really felt like Brad Pitt was right in the thick of things with these great drivers. It really felt like, Austin used the word authentic. It was authentic. It really felt like Brad Pitt and the character JP.
Days of Thunder.
1990. It didn't feel like that. It felt like they were really on the same track.
It felt like Lewis Hamilton, someone who knows the sport very well, was involved and was able to say, Austin, like, you need this part, you need that part. And obviously there's going to be massive amounts of oversimplification. And there's things like including the commentators during the races to kind of talk you through what's happening and giving you kind of an eye and look into, what's developed in this race. Because there's a lot of racing. Another amazing thing about this film is just the shooting of it, the cameras, they had to create the technology to make this movie possible. So these cameras, the same guy, and here we go, let's get on this kind of path as well. The same guys involved with making this movie made Top Gun Maverick, which was a brilliant movie in terms of how they shot everything. They created cameras for that to put on the planes, to put you in the planes. This one, the F1 cars are smaller. They needed less weight, so they had to adapt even further. They had to make these cameras smaller and better, so they did something like having the camera on top of it, but all the other kind of background things, the receivers in the floorboard of the car and things like that. So they literally had to create technology to make this movie possible, being able to shoot it, which is, I think, just a really fascinating thing. So this movie's directed by Joseph Kosinski, written by Aaron Kruger, produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, scored by Hans Zimmer. All four of these people were involved with Top Gun Maverick. And even still, this movie just feels like Top Gun Maverick on wheels. In Top Gun Maverick, it's Brad Pitt's Top Gun Maverick, summer blockbuster. Just awesome action sequences, phenomenal film shooting, and
also
it felt epic. It is epic.
It's a good old summer blockbuster, man.
The cast, the cast was perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, the cast was perfect. I mean, I love the characters, and I'm sure we'll talk about them. But, I noticed characters from the show Outlander that is phenomenal on, I think, at Stars. There was a fella from Love Actually. There was a character, Bernadette. She's from Ted Lasso. And then Don, the reporter, was from, you remember the one, the Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan when she's a little girl. He's the one that does the dance with her where they do that little handshake.
The reporter. That's for sure him.
Yeah.
And he gets his money at the end.
Yes.
That is who that is.
I knew him last night.
God,
I went home.
He reminded me of the reporter in Ted Lasso to a degree, just kind of how his character was.
Yeah.
He's an asshole to start. He's asking the button pressing questions right off the rip. Oh, so you got into gambling and lost all your money?
Yeah.
3 failed marriages?
Yeah.
Anything you would take back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just loved it.
That was great. Sonny, what a cool guy.
Sonny's,
what a cool guy. Have you guys seen Top Gun Maverick?
Yes.
Okay, so Mike has. Did you get any of that? Did you feel that the similarities?
You know what? Now that you said it, yes. I mean, it was that
he gets the girl, the romance.
The adrenaline pump from the yes.
That's what it was.
It was great.
Watch that movie again, and you'll be like, oh God, this is the same movie. But they both rock, man. They just are really, really good. I think this movie is a massive win for theaters as well. Like it's just
Austin, obviously, because of how long it's been.
As film guys, these are the movies we need to have.
Yes.
Like I said, this movie is not infallible. It's pretty predictable in some ways. Yeah. You can see what's happening. There was one point I turned to your dad. It's like, I bet you actually won that hand of poker.
Oh, I knew it too. I knew that. I was like, he won that.
I bet you won that. I bet you ends up with that girl. Even Javier Bardem knew that was going to happen. It's just you knew all those things were going to happen, but still, you just are loving it.
It's one of those, man, where like there are corny aspects of it. There are little corny moments, and there are moments where you're like, damn it. It's kind of like ice cream, where you almost are like, I don't want to like it this much, but I just freaking do. It's just so, good. It's just good, and it gets you. I mean, it had my blood just red hot by the end of it. I was like,
there was a time in the movie where I was like, I don't want to say I got like overwhelmed, but there was a point at like the start of a race where I just like got really emotional about it. Like I felt the intensity and like my chest kind of tensed up, and I was like,
there was a lot of intensity throughout the movie. I was
just ready to go, man.
It was intense.
I was saying to you guys, I was driving like a bat out of hell on the way home. I split the gap and hit a ramp a little too fast. Had to really slam on the brakes.
Guys, Austin, you said some of this earlier, but don't you think a lot of this is just, it's so much fun to be back at the movies. And I think that's a lot of it is, although Austin's got a huge screen here that we watch movies, when you're at the movies and you hear that rumbling and you're comfortable in those seats and unlike you, Griff, we tore some popcorn up, my friend.
We were at the bag halfway. Griffin. We were at the end of the bag halfway through. I was grabbing
Griffin,
paper.
The poor guy was trying to reach down into the bag, and my hand's there every time. I'm like, dude, this is just what I do.
Yeah,
we were battling
for every piece of corn.
We just got to get 2 large popcorns next time, Austin.
Yeah, we might just have to.
Yeah, the way we eat it.
But yes,
it's the
thing is, guys, you got to think. Like we said, you're going to the movie. You're committing the time.
You're committing the attention as well. You're not looking at your phone. You're not walking around, walking off, grabbing something. You
are locked in.
You're watching a movie.
You're locked in. We've been going to movies our whole lives, guys. So it's like it is a communal. It's a nearly religious experience to go there.
I don't think
that's an exaggeration.
No, Griffin, I went for like almost 3 years, just every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I was at the movies for
and you guys
3
at home,
years.
We're going to make a point to see the new movies, whether that be, a full podcast episode or not. I did that little Happy Gilmore, just talk through. That's something I can easily do with movies as they come out. And that's something I need to be doing. If we're movie guys, if we're really fucking movie guys, nut up or shut up,
Yeah,
we got to be going. It doesn't have to always be like, I really want to see that one.
I'm kind of speaking about ideas on camera, but like, shoot, any of us could do that, I would think. Because my dad watches movies all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Griffin, I'm going to have a little time coming up soon.
Well, do it, guys.
Yeah, I could definitely go see some
What's
movies.
your countdown, Dad?
Griffin, the 15th of August, son.
Oh, my God.
So, you know the pictures, if you just, maybe that'll get me something to do. I can come in and put some pictures up for you. So, we're getting close, buddy. Countdown.
So we got 15. We got 15, or what is it? We got about 7 days to really hit it large, so we can retire as well and start doing this full time.
Hey. Yeah, then we're all together. Well, I'm happy for you, man. It's going to be awesome.
Well,
we can rent ourselves a little studio, get a little office together. We can just get out too, maybe get a office Keurig, coffee. You guys don't like Keurigs. You guys want the full pot.
Boy. Well, we can dream, can't we?
Let's do this, guys. Let's get on into our categories. Let's get into our scenes.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm so ready.
Sure.
Mike, do I need to skip you? Do you have a favorite scene?
I am ready. I'm ready. Austin, you asked me earlier, said, "Hey, are you ready for your favorite scene?" My favorite scene, and I thought it was the cutest scene. I like, and her name, make sure her name was Kate. And Kate comes to the door, and Javier.
Kate McKenna, played by Carrie Condon.
Yes, and what was Javier?
She did a great job, by the way.
Phenomenal.
She was great.
I love her accent. It's her native accent.
You stole my.
His name was Ruben, Dad.
Ruben
Cervantes.
Ruben comes to the door, and Kate's so cute. She's saying, that would be unprofessional for me, for Sonny to be here, and and she just keeps going on and. I love her accent. That's what I was going to get. It was just adorable. She reminded me a lot of the actress from Ted Lasso, if you remember her. And I don't know if you all seen Ted Lasso.
The one with your one guy?
Yes.
I forget his name.
Yes.
I know who you're talking about. What was that guy's name? What was the big chant?
He's here.
He's there. He's every fucking way.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, oh, God.
What is his name in it? Jeez.
That's so bad.
You should be better
should
about
know that,
Yeah, that's on you.
Give me a couple minutes and it'll come to me. But I just loved her accent. And then Ruben had a look like, okay, how long are you going to sit there and lie to me? And finally she goes, he's out on the balcony. I just thought that was an adorable scene.
He doesn't move an inch either. He
knew. He absolutely knew. So I'm going to go with that, Austin. That was my favorite scene. Now, I did love all the driving, and there were certain scenes where they're doing the really tight turns. I thought was priceless. Mm-hmm. But that was my favorite scene.
Yeah. Griff, what you got over there? What you got over there?
I'll go for the gusto. My favorite scene is one of the last scenes where everything cancels out and it's Sonny driving. And you knew it was going to come the moment when, tying into your scene, Dad, when he's on the balcony with Kate and he's talking about it. And, it's a lot for him to even talk about because it's so personal. And he goes, sometimes when I'm driving, I feel like I'm flying. I'm just so locked in, there's nothing else going on in my head, and I'm at peace when that is happening. And that's what I'm searching for. You ask me why I'm doing this, that's why. I was like, God, it's coming.
Oh, yes. And then you actually you felt that. You felt his inner peace.
Well, they do a really good job there.
You feel like you're in almost a dream sequence.
All the noise just doles out.
Yeah.
And they go, what's let me get this right here. So we got our guy, Hugh Nickleby, the redhead guy, Optic Scump. Yeah. If you guys play video, any of you guys Call of Duty guys, he looks like Optic Scump back there, especially with his headset on. He goes, what's happening? And she goes, he's flying. And that was like, ooh, I just got goosebumps saying
the
that.
hair on your neck stood up. You're like, oh, here we go.
Flying. It's just
it's so crazy because
so smooth.
It's this action movie, and it's just the such big fun, and everything's so overblown in the best way. And I'm in this movie theater tearing up while this scene's happening. Like, what? It's like shit. Like, I just can't stop it though. It's like it was so intense for me, and it's exactly what I think we're all searching for. And he had his moment. It was just like, there it is, Godspeed. It was amazing. And the thing is, they kind of pump faked me. I really thought it was going to be, JP wins the race. Sonny helped him win the race like he had been the whole season. And it's this beautiful passing of the torch. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, JP just got spun out. Oh my God, Sonny has to do this. It's all about
Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny has to do it. And it's just, like, I was so excited and happy because that's what I really wanted to happen. But I was like, it's going to be JP wins and that'll be great. It's for the team. And then Sonny got his moment. And it's, he goes back in the locker room. He's looking at that old photo of whom I assume is his dad.
That's his dad.
And it's just, you can't touch that. That's just magic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was my favorite scene. I think that's what I was coming down to as well, when everything goes quiet and he's just, there's just so much peace in that scene. And you're like, I guess that's his first F1 win, man. Like
it was his first F1 win, I'm assuming.
So that's great. I'll give us some more. I think that first intro scene is a great intro to Sonny.
I was about to mention that too.
Where he's in the van and he comes out of the van.
And a whole lot of Love's playing, which, hey, there's a lot of that. There's why this movie costs a lot of money too. The budget to pay for that song
and all that.
Led Zeppelin does not come cheap. They are not a cheap song to have in there. And then you get Queen a little bit later, but that's great. Something with that, and something to note, there was actually the final scene of the movie was supposed to be the first scene, which is really interesting to consider. But Lewis Hamilton, who we've discussed already, said, no, you need him in something that's a lot more similar to F1 racing. F1. So that's why they changed it to that. And I think it was a really good choice there. And that actor, it's like, I think the guy's name's something Hart in the film. I can't remember his name, but he's in like a True Detective season 1 as the priest. Good actor in that. Other good ones, the Silverstone test. So once Javier Bardem's called him in, Rubens called him in to do the testing, and he's driving the car. That felt so much like Top Gun Maverick, with the young guns watching him go around and show his shit off, Bad as I Used to Be, that Chris Stapleton song's playing. That is an amazing scene. But then he fucks up a little bit, which I wasn't necessarily, I'm not going to say, I wasn't expecting. That was something I was like, I thought he was going to get through this thing flawlessly. But he does it, and he wrecks the car. That's the thing too, dude. I
did not expect that.
We got to talk about the fact that this team takes it to the chin over and over again. It's like Holland March. It's like Scott Sterling. They get beat up over and over again, and you feel like you're a part of this team that just is taking it to the chin. The world's against you. When that one guy,
and it's draining their money, Austin. They're getting thrashed.
Yeah. God, Ruben, what a crazy fellow, man. He's just sinking it into it. He's just sinking it. But I love it in the same way. He has the whole thing, and it's a great line that he has. It's like, we're insane or we're crazy. And he says, we're just sentimental, crazy guys. And that's one of my favorite themes of the movie is sentiment. It's a very sentimental movie, obviously
it is.
Brad Pitt, Sonny,
under the bravado.
Yeah. Sonny doesn't care about money. It's about the game, man. He loves the game so damn much. He can't hang up. He can't hang it up. He can't hang it up at all.
Can we say something too to the fact that Brad Pitt is 61, 62 years old, and he pulls off the leading man that freaking well. And the thing is, it's like, yeah, like an older actor can do that, no problem for sure. But I mean, he is playing a role he's playing it as if he's 30 years younger, and he totally pulls it off. Like, I think that just speaks to how much of a BA that dude is. Yeah. It's like,
I think he's still supposed to be like 50 in this movie or in his 50s, but like, yeah, he does. He's the guy.
You don't question it. And a scene I want to mention.
Well, he's got great hair too, man. He's not aged a bit, you know.
He's amazing. A scene I want to get into before we touch on our themes. I really liked when JP comes back. Well, for one, I think it was great when Sonny has his big run where he's getting like 7th and 6th and 5th while JP's
scoring
out.
Some points, yeah.
Scoring some points. I mean, the crash sequence was crazy too. JP's crash. Yeah. I don't know if that stopped your all's hearts a bit, but
I verbally said out loud, "Oh Jesus, dude!" Yeah. That's the thing, dude. Like, I thought he was dead. I thought
I kind of thought that's where it was going to go too, and I was like,
"Wow, like, that's a curveball. That's like Place Beyond the Pines curveball." Like, you know.
Well, but real quick.
Well, and guys, hey, Griff, you got to talk about. You've got to talk about.
Shut up, Griff.
You've got to talk about where Sonny jumps out of his car, jumps over the guardrail, and then goes and saves the kid. I mean,
yeah,
that was like, I was at the edge of my seat going, "Oh my God, the kid's gonna die." I thought so. I thought this is gonna be just a kick in the head if JP dies, but.
Yeah,
Sonny jumps over and pulls him out. I thought, and he was using a fire extinguisher. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a great scene. You know, that was great.
Well, it was just like the urgency, and I mean, even when he's given signs, he says, "Tell him to come around the turn and then boost it." Yeah, and they say he's going for it. He says, "Oh no," and it's like, "Oh shit!"
He knew exactly that he had hit it too soon.
Yeah, it was like, oh damn.
Hey Griffin, they showed that how Sonny had studied the tracks. You know, it was the old school.
Yeah, that's a good thing you call in. I liked how they had this like old timer, just intuition that Sonny presents throughout the entire thing. Like, he just knows racing so well. He's so familiar with it.
And so did Ruben. Ruben knew it too. He's like, right now, brake, let off at this point. Ruben knew as well.
Yeah. Why wasn't Ruben racing? He could have done it.
And the other thing, guys, is the working out. You know, you had JP and they got him hooked up to every electrode, and they're testing everything.
Old versus
and
new.
You got Brad Pitt. He's out running on the track.
Throwing tennis balls around.
Yeah. And he's got two, I don't know what the significance of the different socks were.
They do it throughout superstition. That's all it is.
I think it was
very superstitious. He has his deck of cards. When he doesn't have his card, he goes into an angry fit and, wrecks. He's a very superstitious guy. He's got these, things that he needs done. And yeah, I think that he had a lot of them too. He just was a quirky
guy.
Oh yeah, he was. But were you getting to something, Griffin? I feel like we still haven't gotten to.
The scene, JP gets back and JP causes the wreck.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, it was JP being in his ego. I loved how Sonny confronts him in that hallway. And he literally hits him. And he's like, dude, what are you doing? And it was just, and JP's kind of like, hey, whatever, man. And he turns around. And I love that he hit him again, just pushed him in the back. Like, no, this is bullshit. I'm not taking it, man. Like, we're going to figure this out.
Yeah.
And I just love that. I thought it was very real. And it was also like very just like, ugh.
A lot of fire.
Even though
the guy turns his back and he turned his back on him and he just literally pushed him again. Like, no, this is not over, man. And I was just like, because the thing is, it wasn't out of him. It wasn't out of any sort of animosity. It was like, no, you're better than that, man. Like, we're on the same team here, and you need to figure that out.
Well
I love that. I love that kind of tough love stuff. It's like, take that.
Like I was saying, even though Sonny did it in the first race, did the same exact thing to JP. But one of my
the thing is, I think there was something really beautiful about how Sonny's and JP's relationship, built up and became something really cool. I think, like you said, let's get into our themes, Austin. I think
we're
maybe
not
that kind of like you said, the old and new of like that mentorship and just support. And again, like you said, passing of the torch. I think that's an amazing theme, but also that theme of not wanting to give it up, because our guy Ruben knows the feeling. Sonny knows the feeling. And I think anyone who's ever done anything knows that feeling too, you know, even some young guns like us, Oz. So,
yeah. Well, we somehow got into a different place as I was still running through scenes. Well,
maybe we flip the script a little bit.
Flip the script. So you want me to, because we got to get characters in here too. Didn't have too much more in scenes. I can kind of breeze through it. I think one question I definitely wanted to ask you guys was like, did you have a favorite race? I guess it was the last race that was probably your favorite then.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean the last one rocked.
I thought the one with Sonny and they're finally clicking, they're getting things together was great. And then JP does wreck. My biggest gripe of the movie is like, how is he not dead? But what I kind of heard in passing is that like these cars are incredibly safe these days. The technology that they put into them, the suits that they wear. But I don't know, man. I saw that thing fly through the air, crash very hard, and explode. And he comes out with a hand injury. That was it, and is out for 3 races. So maybe that was a little ridiculous to me. And then how like everyone reacted to it like it was Sonny's fault. Like that kind of pissed me off. I guess that's maybe not unrealistic, but it's like, dude, like he literally told him wait, and you didn't wait.
Yeah.
But he kept him on the slick tires.
I think it was a matter of he was playing a dangerous game though, kind of like playing the tricks and doing the tires and all of that stuff. I mean, I think it was just kind of a dangerous game. And
that was a great sequence, or a great race sequence, when he keeps fendering the front of his car to get the delays. That was just that was really funny.
That was
he would have been kicked out of F1 so quick.
Oh yeah, they would not have put up
so very clearly just manipulating the game at every corner, like staying in the box. He was staying there.
Box.
That was great. I loved hearing that. But like we said, my favorite scene is that flow state. Just brilliant, and you know that it did bring you to tears. It was just beautiful that he finally got his win there.
Easy.
Let's do our characters.
Yeah,
Mike, favorite character.
Oh, guys,
who is it, Mike?
It's gonna be Sonny, guys. I just, again, this guy's got it. You know, there's only so many, you know, actors out there that you go, man, that's my guy. You know, that I want to be him. It's what's the saying, Austin, from Austin Powers, women want to be with him, men want to be him. Is that kind of how that goes? Or it's something like that. And that's what Brad Pitt is. He's just, man, he's so damn likable. You get it. You get why women are crazy about him. But his character, I liked it in that it was, you know, we said redemption. I don't even know if it was redemption. I think, you know, at the end of the day, the guy just loved to drive.
Yep.
And he was chasing, as Griffin pointed out, he was chasing. It's almost like an addict. He's chasing that high.
Yeah.
It is.
And that's what he was doing.
Well, it's like there was the unfulfilled potential, the best that never was, because of that wreck that just sent his life in a completely different trajectory than he had ever intended and he had ever wanted. And he kind of squandered a lot of it. And he got this choice that was, you know, too good to be true. Let me do this quote. Great one. When Sonny's in the diner, where he says, "Hey, let me ask you something. Close friend of mine made you an offer that is 100% positively too good to be true. What do? Waitress says, "Well, how much are we talking?" Sonny Hayes says, "It's not about the money. So what is it about?" I thought that's great. So he just needed to get back out there, man. He had something left to prove. He had left it unfinished. And that's when, you know, that win, it just feels so good. And you know who he had it, man.
Who he had to prove it to?
Himself.
Pops,
too, probably. There's something. It felt like
there was
like,
something about his father.
Yeah.
We all know that. There was something there because they kept going back to that photo of him and his dad.
Here's something that I thought about. And I don't know if I want to call it a gripe, but like so many of these characters, I would have liked to know just a little bit more about them. What's making them tick, a little more about their backstory. Because, everything is pretty in front of you. I guess you understand he was in that injury and he raced, but there are more things to these characters that you kind of wanted to know more about. Ruben, I wanted to hear a little more about his story, maybe. I thought Kate, I wanted to know a little bit more about her as well. You just liked these characters. You really liked them all, and everyone acted very well. It was just good, man. It was really good.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that there's something good to. I agree with you, but I think there's something good to leaving you wanting a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I think that they knew they had a long movie. They knew they had a movie with a lot of action, and they probably wanted to minimize some of the story just to not overcomplicate or overbloat it too much, because it was a packed movie.
Yeah, the movie, you could argue, could have ended about 15 minutes earlier. You could have trimmed some runtime. I'm not pissed off. It's not like I'm not really upset about that by any means, but like you probably could have trimmed a little fat.
Sure. You could have trimmed off some of the racing scenes. You could.
9 races. It was a lot of racing, and they did the compilation in between. But there were like some things or like a couple races like, oh, that's already happened, like when Sonny and JP wreck. But I guess it has a purpose. But there's some things that they probably could have reeled in a little bit.
Yeah. For me, my favorite character was Sonny. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's another option. I mean, we've already said everything we need to say about what made him such a likable character and so damn cool. Again, like I left the theater and the first thing I did was I called my dad because I was like, Dad, you're going to freaking love it. Yeah. I was like, you are going to be so pumped watching that movie because I just came out feeling like a winner, man. And like, what is a better feeling than that when you walk out and you're like, God, that feels good.
Who's your Scottie Pippen?
You're like, grr!
Who's your second?
My Scottie Pippen is Kate. I think Kate was awesome. She rocked and she knew her stuff, and I thought it was really cute. They kept throughout the movie. They had these little hints where she would just look at him, and you could tell she was kind of holding it back, but she liked him. She thought he was cool, and who the hell wouldn't? So I thought she did great, but she also knew her stuff, and she was a badass too. So
yeah, I mean, she did like aerodynamics and like worked on whatever the hell she came from, like Lockheed Martin or some shit, whatever it was.
Yeah, that whole team. I think there was a really cool another theme, Austin, the team aspect. There was something really great about how that team came together.
You follow Apex. That's a massive theme. Yeah, I mean,
they were jogging the track together. That was great. But yeah, my Scottie Pippen is 100% Kate.
Yeah. And with the team element, this is something that they did a really good job of and is indicative of F1 as a sport. In a lot of ways, the other racer, you get 2 racers per team. The other racer is your biggest rival. Because in F1, everyone builds their own cars. It's a money thing. It really is. So like if you're at the top and you have the money to build the best car, you're probably going to be winning. So talent can be overshadowed there. But if you're on the same team, racing the same exact build and car, and you're finishing worse than your teammate, you're the one on the chopping block. You're out. You're out. So
especially with the Ferrari type teams, yes.
Well, JP being on the losing team where it's like, oh, shit's got to change. Yeah. If you're not winning as a team, and then you're the worst of your teammate, you're definitely you're getting cut, my friend. Yeah. You're losing your job. That's how that goes. So that rivalry with JP and Sonny, that's real. That's a part of the sport. If you guys have seen a really fun documentary, and it got a lot of people into F1, especially in America, is the Drive to Survive series. Came out during COVID, and it followed these teams. And typically, because it had, to begin, a lower budget, they had to follow the worst teams. They weren't following the Ferraris and the Red Bulls who were dominating the sport, the Mercedes. They were following the losers. And that's actually what started the director on this path, is he was really interested by that series, and it just lent itself to a great movie because of the drama that presents when you're talking about a losing team in this mega millions dollar sport, you know? And the really cool thing about F1, and I really like, is just the glamorous element to it. You know, you're going to these parts of the world and it is all about money. You know, it's a big festival and party. You go to these cities and that's what it is. Like, it is a highly glamorous, you know, your Rolex, you got the Grand Prix is like in, I think, Monaco, like the biggest one, but it's just awesome stuff. You're going to, extravagant
Austin,
places.
you saw the cars in that one scene. There was McLarens, there was Ferrari, there was Lamborghinis, Maseratis. They were the top tier cars in just that one scene. So your point, well taken.
Yeah.
Well, something else, and maybe I'm kind of just trying to throw things in.
Go for it.
If I have any gripes, and I think some people will kind of be on this. If I have any gripes, like, speaking of money, how many ads did you see during this movie?
Well, Griffin, remember, this thing cost $200 to $300 million to make.
Hey,
Griffin, they got to get their money back somehow.
I think that Heineken Zero had a deal on this one. What do y'all think?
Griffin, I think about 30 companies had a deal on this one. We had Tommy Hilfiger on the cars. Oh, man, it was all over the place.
Did you all see MSC?
Camel cigarettes in the old days? Their old pictures. That was a little gripe of mine when they show like the de-aged Brad Pitt and the de-aged Javier Bardem.
Oh yeah, that was
Javier
funny.
Looks horrible.
Oh yeah.
He looked exactly the same. It's like, dude, you look 50 in that one. They did not.
Oh, are you talking about where they were showing the old videos of him with the blonde hair?
Well,
yeah, I was like,
the old picture of them sitting together
That's
with the
funny.
camels, and like Brad Pitt looks actually kind of de-aged a little bit. He looks like a younger guy. They just kind of gave him long hair, but Javier Bardem just looks exactly the same.
That's funny.
yeah, what can you do? Yeah, and the reason I bring that up is because, like, I don't know. I feel like we can get a little, rock hard for these things and not say some of the sour points. But, it really was one of those movies where, like, you feel like overlooking any of that stuff just because you're like, man.
Because you liked it.
So
Because
much.
You know what?
enjoyed it,
Again, you like the movie. So,
just really enjoyed
you can
That's
overlook
exactly
a lot of a movie that you really enjoy.
There were a couple lines that just didn't land. Like, they were like a couple, like, it's like, oh, that's corny as can be. But other times there was stuff that was really good, like the David Croft, the announcer, talking about Sonny. He reappeared a decade later in racing championships as diverse as Le Mans, NASCAR, the Dakar Rally, and even a stint as a New York taxi driver.
Yeah.
That was good. Another really good quote in here is when Sonny's talking to JP, or JP gets on him. He says, "When was the last time you won a race?" Sonny Hayes goes, "Sunday, Daytona." "Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Formula One." "Oh, I'm sorry. Then same as you." Hadn't won anything either. Then Ruben comes up to him with the old magazine with him on that picture. He goes, "What would he want you to do?" when he's trying to convince him to do it. And Sonny goes, "Join a boy band." I thought
that was cute.
The movie, I chuckled a lot.
Yeah,
I really
it was.
did.
There
I didn't
were
ever
some
like.
really funny
I don't know if I
scenes.
burst out laughing per se ever, but
that's another theme, by the way, Austin. I think, like, the cowboy, because I mean, he was such a cowboy in the movie. Just that rogue, the kind of incorrigible dude. He did it so well.
like a salt of the earth kind of guy.
He's a gunslinger, man.
Mm-hmm.
He lives in his van.
For sure.
He's a nomad. Nomads,
Nomad. He is a nomad. He lives in his van. That's great. My favorite character is, of course, Sonny Hayes. My second in command, I'm going to give it to Ruben.
Ruben.
He's really good, man.
Yeah,
I love
liked him
Javier
too.
Bardem. Anton Chigurh, that guy rocks. He's also Stilgar in Dune.
I knew the moment he was on screen, I was like, oh, Austin's going to eat that up. He's going to love it.
Yeah, and he's Stilgar from Dune, which are just amazing movies. A lot of possibilities for six men. You guys got any?
Absolutely.
Who's your sixth man, Mike?
Jody. I loved her. I felt, I felt so bad for her when she left that air tool and JP ran over it. I just kind of dropped like, oh my God.
Well, JP gave her a hard time.
And he really let her have it.
Oh, yeah.
And, I get it. But that did not cost him the race, by the way.
No, it didn't. JP.
But she makes, and we talk about themes. How about comeback? She makes a hell of a comeback, and you can see her concentrating so hard with that air tool, like keep your head, keep your head. One shot, poof, and she hits it. And it was just, I almost wanted to clap for her. I was so excited.
You need the whole team, and I think the whole team does really well. So at Dodge Dowda, played by Abdul Salis, your guy from
Love Actually.
Yeah. From Love Actually. He's great. The maintenance man. He does awesome in his role. I
love this little gray tips. He looked great.
I've already mentioned Hugh Nickleby, Optic Scumpy, Will Merrick, played by Will Merrick.
I really liked him in the movie. Mm-hmm. I liked who's the other guy? I mean, that whole
Fazio was JP's guy.
Rico, that's who Rico.
Valderrama. Yeah,
that's who I was gonna say too. And I actually like Casper too. I thought Casper was a little bit of a nerd and a goofball, but like I ended up liking him by the end of it. He had some funny facial expressions.
Casper's my sixth man. There was like
he's your sixth man. Hey, we're using the hard tires. Put the soft tires on. Nope. All right, give him his tires.
I won 5 championships. And everyone looks at him as the rear man or whatever the hell he is. He's just a guy that picks it up, and he ends up getting around to doing that.
Yeah, he showed him how to do it.
He ends up doing it because they were messing it up. But there's this scene, man, that like it made me want to fucking cry. It really did when he's on like the media panel with Ferrari and the other team, and like, oh, what do you think about Apex in their games? He's like, I don't.
Yeah,
and you can just. Like the look that he does, the actor. Let's give him his credit, man. Kim Bodnia.
God, that was so well done.
It stung him so hard because you could tell, man. You could tell in him he had something to prove. He won because he was just the rear man. You didn't really win championships, bro. You were just the rear man on it. But he got to.
Good call.
He finally got his, man, and it really stung me bad when you could tell it hurt his feelings so bad. And maybe I'm just a pansy, but man, it made me really sad for the guy. Like, oh my God.
Oh, it stung him.
It hurt.
Stung him really good.
And
there was nothing he could say.
God, I'm getting sad right now talking about it.
It was tough, man.
There's just something about that. It's like telling someone you don't like their Christmas gift you got them or something, dude.
Hey,
it
man.
just like hurt.
He got his, though. He got his.
He did get his.
He did.
He's my sixth man.
There's a scene where someone comes up and tells them like shakes their hand. I don't know if that was meant to be Ferrari. Did you all notice that? Like at the end there was and he comes up and you could tell, I mean, the Italian gentleman, and he had that look of, was that Ferrari? That just was congratulating him.
Yeah.
Which he would have never done in a million years.
A great scene, too, I think, is when Sonny is about to be awarded the trophy, and he says, give it to Ruben. I thought that was really cool, too.
It goes back to the first scene, I think, as well, when he wins the Daytona 24 hours, and he doesn't touch the trophies. It's just another one of his superstitions. He's got all kinds of them, man. He really does.
But that was almost a tearjerker, because you're like, oh my God, you just won an F1 race and you want to just hand that over to Ruben. It tore me up. Yeah. I loved it.
Well, like he said, it wasn't about, I really don't believe it wasn't about the thing. It was just about the experience and the challenge. Yeah. I mean, that's why in that final scene, he's going to go race those. Whatever the hell those things were.
Yeah, that was great.
That was so cool.
Did you have a six man?
Who's your six man, Jay?
My six man, honestly, I'd probably say Hugh. I thought he was just funny. I like that whole little group of guys.
The team,
I thought
man.
They were fun.
The
team.
The team's a great six man. Let's call it the team, guys.
Yeah.
The team. The team's the six man for sure.
That's great.
But I mean, it's also worth noting. Miss Bernadette Pearce, JP's mom, I think she did a great job in the movie too.
I think
she did very, very well.
Yes, she did. And Tobias Menzies as Peter Banning, the board member who's plotting against him. I think he's a really good comedic kind of element of it.
He's a great bad guy, by the way. Great bad guy. If you get a chance, please, if you watch the scenes from Outlander where he plays Frank, the husband, and then he plays like his great grandfather, and oh my God, he can flip a switch. He's one hell of an actor, guys.
Yeah, he is. He's
one hell of an actor.
He's in Game of Thrones. A line that really landed with me was when Sonny looks back at him after he tried to pull him onto the team. He's like, "You can be the guy." He says, "You're a killer." And I believe it. I believe that guy would kill someone. That guy's a killer. I thought that really landed for me. Just the way he's snaking like that.
If you watch Outlander, he is a killer, by the way.
That guy's a killer. So I thought that was really good. And then seeing his reactions in the last race when he's trying to act like he's rooting for Apex, but he's really sweating his bet.
He was hating every minute. He just kept drinking that bourbon, didn't he?
He was really sweating his bet. Yeah, he was. Themes and things. Let's get moving, fellas. We're at 56 minutes.
Dude, I've said most of my things.
I'll run right through mine.
Then we can skip Eugene and go my way.
Run them, Dad.
How about old school versus new school?
Mm-hmm.
How about just kick-ass cool? How about, Griffin said BA, how about badass? And, my favorite from Frank Sinatra, he did it his way. He did it his way. Yeah, Sonny was like, you know what? I mean, think about that. You are applying for a job and you go out there and basically you flub up 2 times and then you wreck the car.
Well, what's Javier say? He says, we're not auditioning him.
Yeah, he was auditioning us. Yeah. Well done, Austin.
Yep. That's real good. It's funny
Griffin,
how those things come out.
What's that sour look on your face? You didn't like
that?
That
was really good. I think, Austin, I think you need to turn that into one of the clips for the week.
Yeah.
I think that was great, Dad. I think what he said, kick ass cool. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Griffin,
hell yeah.
Let me add this too, guys, because I dropped the ball big time. His name was Roy Kent from Ted Lasso, and her name was Keely, by the way. So I did want to add that because I know
That's who Jody kind of reminded me of, was her. Yeah. Just in look, at least.
Oh.
But
she reminded me a lot of her. Yes.
My themes and things, I'll run through them.
I can't wait to hear this.
Just a movie theater W. Yes. Big win for the movie theater. Man.
Yes.
Big win.
Way to go, Oz.
Cigarettes again. Camel.
Big win for cinema.
Yeah.
They're on the Camel team. Sports. Good sports movie, man. It's a sport.
It
really is. So that's always good. Young versus old. You touched on that, Mike. Team. Superstition. Miracle. Hope. Luck. Great. Action. Adrenaline. Lucky number 9. They win their 9th race. He says he's the 9th racer that they called in, even though I guess he's saying he was actually the 10th. And then I had I tied it into Cats, because cats have 9 lives. And it seems like these motherfuckers have a lot of lives the way they were crashing. You know? I mean, JP, I thought he was cooked. And, we saw Sonny's wreck. And he had a couple. And then he starts like fogging out. That was kind of funky. It's like, I guess that just adds weight to that final race when he's like, I don't know what it is. He has some kind of like spinal fluid leaking. It's causing his vision to go blurry or something. They never really touch on it, but you notice that.
Oh, gosh.
So it's like, oh, God, his next wreck might be the last one that kills him.
Well, and before we're out of here, that was a great scene, too, I think, when JP is maybe mellowing out a little bit on being pissed at Sonny, and he looks up that wreck. I think it was really humanizing, and like they're showing he got flung out of the freaking car and was in the actual, he was on the track.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just brutal. It looked like his leg had gotten broken in half, basically. And I thought it was really powerful seeing JP have to turn it off and be like, shit.
Yeah, he had to shut it. He couldn't.
He's like, oh my God, like this dude's been through it. I think it put a lot of respect on him. And I thought there was a really cool touch when JP's watching. You're seeing how Sonny has that hunch over, kind of another superstition of his before he gets in his car. Mm-hmm. And you see however long after that, he's watching Sonny about to get into the car, present day, doing the same thing. I think it was very I think it really humanized Sonny for him, and I think it was a big part of them transitioning into being friends.
And a team.
Yep. And at the beginning, Javier knows too, or Ruben knows, he says he likes maturity, or he likes experience. That's what JP gravitates towards, someone who can kind of show him the way. Like he likes that element of it. Other themes, tricks of the trade. I think that was just really good. Mm-hmm. Just he had this craftiness about him, Sonny. When he shows up as late as he possibly can after the warm-up lap so that his tires are warm. Just little things like that. There's all kinds of it. It's kind of cool just to consider. Sentimental is one of my big ones, and then just love of the game, passion. That has to be the number one thing. That's what you come out of. It's like, why do we do it? Why do we do it, guys? That's the question. And we know why. He loves the game.
Well, let's get into our big categories.
The final two. Is this movie better with Nick Cage? And what role does he play?
Gosh,
let's hear it, Dad.
I kept thinking about that last night. I went, where would I put my guy in there? Do you put him in Javier's spot, Ruben's spot? Could he do that role? He could do that role. He could do it. I don't know if he could. Is it terrible to say? I don't know if he could keep it together enough to be serious enough without you not taking him serious.
Yeah.
But honestly, unless you guys can think of somebody else, that would be Nick Cage of today. Could he do that? I would like to see a young Nick Cage play JP. That would have been insane. That would have been insane. Nick Cage could have pulled that off.
Yeah.
I mean, he really could have, in my opinion. But
I think
was it better? The answer is that cast was it. The cast was a great cast. Again, we can't say enough about Brad Pitt. I don't know if you can add Nick Cage in that movie.
Yeah, I think this is the first one where it's like, man, he probably really just doesn't have a place because he's too big and too much of a front man to do these smaller roles. Like, I think the Ruben role makes some sense. I don't think it's better. It's Javier. It doesn't make as much sense. It really doesn't. Maybe he's the guy at the very beginning who has contracted him to race in the Daytona 24-hour, the Sean Hart guy I mentioned, or the Hart Racing, just in a brief little cameo role, something like that. But the only one I put down is like, I guess this movie could be him at the front. He could be Sonny. Like, he has some of the charisma and some of the pool. He does. Like, we've seen it in National Treasure. In
his younger days, I know he could have done it.
But it's
the way I see it. I think you guys are right. I mean, Nick Cage, I could see him as Sonny in a different world, and I think he could do it. It would be a different character, because the thing about Brad Pitt being Brad Pitt is you just don't question. There is no question about his cool, about his ability to make it happen. I think with Nick Cage, and God, I love the guy. Even in National Treasure, you have a question, and we talked about it. It's like, would Abigail really go after him? Did he really have it like that? With Brad Pitt, there's not a question. It's like, yeah, he does have it like that. So I agree. I don't think Nick Cage needs to be in this movie. I love him to death. I don't think he needed to be in it. I think this movie was great as it was.
And guys, let's say this now, okay? Because Nick, you almost crossed the line there, Griffin.
He's getting pissed off.
Yeah, settle down, buddy. Now, Nick Cage was in Gone in 60 Seconds, and who was he with?
Who was he with?
Angelina Jolie.
Did he pull it off?
He pulls it off.
Okay.
You all don't remember the scene where he's in the Ferrari?
I haven't seen the movie, Mike.
Oh, my God, boys.
Well,
that may be what we have to do next.
Well, maybe. Write it down. We still don't know your next movie.
Yeah.
All right, final one, guys.
Woo.
Final big one.
Let's do it.
Is this a coffee or a wine movie?
Oh. God, I hadn't even thought about it until now.
Austin, I loved it. I could do either one. I could get up in the morning and drink coffee and love every friggin' second of that. I could drink wine. I could drink bourbon. There's a lot of things. I loved it. You know how much I loved it.
I think it might be a little too heart pounding for the morning, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was my take.
It was a lot. I mean, it was a lot.
That is you're subjecting yourself to quite a bit in your morning with your morning coffee.
That's a nighttime movie for me.
Yeah,
I think for me that's a nighttime. Let's sip some wine. Let's pull out some damn Nebbiolo. Let's get a Barolo.
What are we drinking tonight, Austin?
We're drinking a Sauvignon Blanc.
Well, you're not drinking it anymore.
I'm not drinking it anymore.
I think he polished that off.
Citrusy, melon, some apple, green apple.
Did you get some grass in there? A little bit of grassy?
Not a ton.
Not a ton. Okay.
It's relatively fruity, and I think it's a cheaper bottle, but it's a good wine. It's gone down well. It's been open for a little bit as well, but we did move on.
Quaffable, they say.
Quaffable, it goes down. I typically don't have too much of an issue putting something back, especially a nice old wine. But yeah,
would you say though that F1 was a red wine kind of movie?
Maybe like something extravagant, maybe a champagne, man.
Oh,
maybe that makes sense. Maybe that makes some sense.
Good call.
But I think I'm watching this one, and I think I would drink a red wine with it. And I think I'm going to get real emotional with it. I'm probably going to shed some tears. I'm probably going to get a little over sappy as the wine goes down, especially when you get to those later parts and it just stings you a little bit further,
Hey man,
I think
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to sip on some wine. I'm going to get emotional. I'm going to really, really just get invested in the characters and just stare like a little kid, not even blink, and just end up crying myself to the glory that ends up coming of a man who has set his life right and then just keeps on rolling, man.
That's the theme, Austin. Glory.
Here's a final question for you guys. When does Sonny finally bite the bullet? Because no one races forever, as Ruben tells us. I mean, his spine is barely intact. And now he's racing these cars over sand dunes, flying through the air.
He's not racing them; he's jumping them over sand dunes.
Yeah,
that was wow.
I think Austin that Sonny.
It'd be a fitting way to go.
I think Sonny pushes it as long as he can. I don't think he ever hits that peak again. I think Sonny pushes it into his 60s. I think he's kind of the old dude, and I think it kind of just gets to that point where he's not making it happen, and he just has to step away, or he goes down to some kind of really, really tiny level where it's like, he's still swinging, but he's not really hitting, man.
Yeah,
that would be my prediction. I would hope he would kind of say, you know what, that's all I needed.
Yeah.
And this is different now.
But if you know him, I don't know if he can ever get enough. That's an unquenchable thirst. But you got to imagine the reaction time is going to diminish over time.
Here's my last question. Does he ever make good on what he said to Kate? Does he ever see her around?
I think he sees her around. I think she's the one who makes the point, though.
Okay.
Well,
I like
you know what? And you sure hope so, because
you do hope so.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
That was a great match.
And my continuation of the movie, they get together.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Maybe she's the one who says, you know what, Sonny, you don't need this anymore. Let's spin it positive. She says, Sonny, you don't need it anymore. I think
maybe
a great
they pop
spin
one out,
to it.
That's what does it.
I think a great spin to it would be him actually kind of coming on as some sort of mentor some sort of advisor to the team. I kind of thought that was the direction it was going.
He and Javier have their own race team, and he works with the drivers.
The
that's
issue
what
is
you
that
would
he's
hope.
too much of a bandit.
Yeah.
He's too much of a cowboy.
I agree, but you would hope that, as Austin said, the reflexes aren't there, that he can coach these young drivers to do what and think like he did.
Yeah.
You would hope.
Well, there is already talks of a sequel, so maybe we end up actually seeing it. So,
Wow.
who knows? But let's get on out of here, fellas.
Nice.
What an amazing movie.
do it.
I had a
Awesome.
blast seeing it.
This was a fun one, guys.
It was great to get in theaters and see it. Maybe
Oh,
we
yeah.
got on the tail end of the theater run, but it's actually about to come back out in IMAX, as I mentioned, on August 8th. So the demand is there. So
Heck yeah.
let's get on out. Let's get on out of here. Griff, say your goodbyes, buddy.
Oz, another great episode. I'm so glad we're doing it, gentlemen. I'm so glad that we got into the theater and we watched a movie the way that, again, I'll say it one more time, the way that this good God of ours intended. I think that it was exactly what I was wanting, and I think it was a lot of fun. So I appreciate you guys. I'm glad we get to do this each week.
100%. Mikey.
Griffin, my hat's off to you, son. This was one hell of a choice. As you pointed out, going to the movies again, that was so much fun. Being with Austin, getting to watch it. Wish you were with us. That would have been crazy. We'd have been hooping and hollering. Probably got thrown out. And hell, I might have got you to eat some popcorn. But great choice. Looking forward to the next one. Having a great time with you guys.
And what's next? Ask me. We're going to do Dead Poet Society, Robin Williams. It was just recently. I can't remember what birthday it would have been. Rest in peace. A brilliant actor, a very funny man. Love a lot of his work. So looking forward to this one. I don't know if I've seen it all the way through. Truthfully, I really don't. So
I have not.
that's bad on me. Guys, it's going to be a literature, Dead Poet Society. It's going to be one that's full of the life lessons. I can guarantee you it's going to hit home on some very good core principles. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be heartwarming. It's going to be heartfelt. And it's probably going to be a wine movie too. This is probably going to be a cry reel one. So looking forward to it. We'll see you. I mean, I don't think too Griffin's, I think he's a little scared. I don't think
Daddy couldn't resist. He had to go dark.
Griffin,
Couldn't resist.
he can't stand it.
I didn't get too far into the nastiness this time, probably because we didn't have any current events. But anyways, guys, if you listened all the way through, that being an hour and 13 minutes of us talking, you rock. You are the real MVP.
We thank you.
We thank you very much. Keep listening. Keep sharing. We love doing this. We love hearing from you, as I mentioned. So reach out. Have the best time the rest of the month, I guess. Mike, I guess the next time we get on here, you might be retired. So
I sure hope so.
I sure hope so. I hope I am too. Shit. All right, guys. Be good. Good time spending some time with you again. Bye-bye.